Hey family, I'm Kalion. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, cryptologic linguist, a seeker, and a messenger. And I walk with those who carry both shadow and flame. Today I wanted to talk to you about an illusion that drives so many of us into madness. And that's the belief that we can control the unknown. This is something I see particularly often among those of you who feel chosen and called towards something greater like myself. I recently heard a beautiful and haunting song called Control by the artist Halsey that touches on this very topic. Check it out for yourself if you haven't heard it. The song sounds like a conversation between the self and the shadow, which is something we talk about quite a lot together here. Sometimes that shadow whispers, "I've found the monster," and other times it whispers, "I am the monster." And in that I recognize a trap I've fallen into myself. Because the moment you think you've named the darkness that hurts you, and you have found that hidden monster, you may risk becoming the monster yourself. Lately, I've seen more and more people searching for villains they can't see or touch. They talk about hidden cabals, secret societies, dark forces, and unseen puppet masters responsible for all the pain of the human experience, hoping that by naming the monster, they can somehow reclaim their power from it. However, sometimes the real enemy isn't out there at all. It's the whisper in our mind to find one. And how could one's soul ever find true peace with a whisper guiding you to find a hidden enemy? When I worked in military intelligence, I held a top secret clearance. I went through polygraphs, and I served with the National Security Agency. I don't mention these things in an attempt to make you believe I know more than you, but instead to share with you that even there, in rooms built to guard and uncover secrets, I learned the same humbling truth that I share with you today. And that's that the more we know, the more we may realize how little we truly understand. That's not ignorance. It's closer to something Socrates once said, and that's that wisdom is knowing you know nothing, and a recognition of certain truths that regardless of what forces may have led to our pain, we are responsible for our actions from there. For what we say, what we believe, and how we treat ourselves and others. Halsey's Control reminds us that the monster doesn't always wear horns. Sometimes it just wears our face, our need to be right, our refusal to surrender that need. And it's not weakness to say, "I don't know," when you truly don't. It's strength. Because control isn't about domination, it's about balance. To act where you can, and to surrender where you must. That's how we keep from turning into the things we fear the most. And now a prayer for my beloved spiritual land code sister Malika. Beloved mother of light and shadow, teach us to act without arrogance and to surrender without despair. Let our search for the truth be humble, our hunger for control tempered by grace. And when the storm of unchecked certainty rises within us, remind us that peace belongs not to those who conquer, but to those who listen. Ashe, Amin, and Amen. If this message speaks to you, help me spread it by liking, commenting, sharing, or simply whispering it into the wind, as you can hear the birds behind me doing right now. See you next time, family. Same fire, new rhythm.